Hey everyone, we're back today. Today we don't have a deck box or deck sleeves or any kind of binder or anything like that to take a look at. Today we have something a little bit different in the gaming realm, still applicable to trading card games. We got ourselves some dice. Yeah, we got ourselves a 7-piece dice set. It's marketed as a Dungeons and Dragons dice set. But of course you could use dice for, trading card games. You can use them for counters or, there are certain games that, you need dice for rolling, that sort of stuff. So I figured why not? Let's take a look at them and we'll see if they're actually worth your money. Now, the brand these are from, uh, I'm not even going to try to say the name. I'm just going to put it on the screen and I'll put it on the title and you all can figure it out on your own because I'm not going to try to. But yeah, 7-piece dice set. Let's take a look at it. Now, this did come with a little plastic overwrapping. I did take a look at the set before I started filming here. And this right here, I believe, is from the wrapper because the wrapper had like this kind of like plastic edge on it. And when I was taking it off, it kind of caught onto it. So yeah, unfortunate there. Not only that, but when it arrived, it had a little ding on there, man. That's unfortunate. I think that's from shipping though. But yeah, it does come in a nice little black box here. Let's go ahead and open it up, and you'll see the interesting thing about these dice. Hey, look at that. Yeah, I got little cats on them. Yeah, these are cat dice. Yep, they're cat dice. That's about all. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, they got little cats on them. They got little white centers there. Now these are nice and stiff and hard. They don't have any sort of like blunt edges to them, so definitely not something you want to like hand over to a child because they do have pointy edges, and kids, especially very young ones, tend to get themselves in trouble when they are handed things with pointy sides. So you don't want to do that. But let's take a look at these and see if they're actually worth the money. All right, let's just go ahead and dump all these out and see what happens here. Can I actually dump them out? They all came out at once. Okay. Well, as you can see, the box has a little spongy thing right here on the inside. You get the bottom of the box right there, and then this. Okay, there we go. Now they're starting to come out. Okay, yeah, it's got this little kind of spongy frame, I guess, where you can put the dice back in. So I guess that's kind of nice. Most people don't care for little storage boxes like these. In fact, some of the dice that I have here already, we just have little pouches like this that we use, and these work just fine. So I guess if you're into the person who likes these little boxes, yeah. Anyway, let's set the box aside, and let's take a look at these dice themselves. Okay, let's have a look at the 20-sided. Bring this up here to the camera, see if I can get that right centered there. But yeah, take a look at that thing. As you can see, this is a 20-sided die. And if you take a quick look at the pattern there, it's got little cats there all over the place. You got a little cat face right there. You got a little cat body right here on the side. And just more little cat things. You got a little dead fish there. A little fish skeleton there. Yeah, interesting. And all of the dice are like this. In fact, here, let me grab the another one here. Let me grab the 6-sided. This one's the same thing. It's got the same little dice, the same little cat patterns there. Here you can see on the side again. You got the little cat head, and then the little fish, and that. Oh well, that one's actually different. Take a look at that. That one has the cat sitting on like a window ledge. That's actually kind of cute. Nice. See, is that on anywhere else on this particular die? It does not appear to be. Let me set that one down. Let's go to the 4-sided. And again, at least this one, they looks like this one matches up. Oh, look, that one has a cute little paw. That's nice. Very, very nice there. Okay. And it looks like, yeah, they pretty much have all of that on all the sides. Let me see. What is this design? Can you make out what that is? I can't. Let me take a look. It's supposed to be some sort of cat. I don't know. I can't really tell what that cat's supposed to be doing there. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Oh, well, this one has a little flower. It's got like a little rose or something, along with the dead fish. Okay, you get the idea. Oh, look, that one has a bow too. Interesting. It's a little bow there on the side. I guess they all have that sort of little thing. We'll see. This one has a star, I noticed. Let me see. Anything extra special there? Well, this one's got that same design where it looks like the cat's sort of jumping out or something. Let me see. Does this one have any? This one also has a bow here. Let's see. What's this one? That one looks like it's got a flower as well. A big old fat cat right there. This last one also has the paw. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, it's got that nice little interesting little cat design there. Now, as I was mentioning, these do have sharp edges. So the tips on the dice like this one, they are not super sharp. They're not going to cut you, you know. But if you were to like, you know, kind of have them there on a desk and you kind of put your hand on them like that, it would stick into you and it might hurt a little bit if you put a little pressure on them. Especially this one, everybody knows the four-sided die. This one has definitely got some sharp edges to it. Again, it's not going to immediately cut you. It's not that sharp, but it is very, very pointy. If you were to step on this, if this ended up on the floor and you were to step on it, oh yeah, you would feel that. You would absolutely feel it. It is a little sharp there, and yeah, you don't want to just go right there because that's really, really gonna hurt. So they do have the sharper edges. It looks like they are quite clear. I am noticing that. So fairly clear there. Let me check the 20 again. Yeah, they're all about the same as far as how clear they are. So pretty nice there. Let's see. Yeah, same there, and should be exactly the same here. Yeah, so the quality as far as consistency, fairly good. One thing I did notice is that I kind of would have liked for these little patterns and such to maybe be centered, but at the same time, I could kind of see why they may not have done that. Because, like, for instance, if this little thing was sitting right here in the center of the die, it would be sitting right under the 6. And so you wouldn't really be able to see it. So it's kind of one of those things that's like, well, if I put the 6 there, I don't want to put the cat in the middle because then the 6 completely covers up the cat. So you don't want to do that. But on this side, you'll see they did that. But then again, that particular little graphic is bigger than all the other ones. These are, you know, pretty small. You can put them in the corner or something. Same thing here, put them in the corner. But this one's much larger. And so you kind of have to put that right there, dead in the center. So don't have much of a choice there. So I can kind of understand why they didn't put them in the center. I guess one thing they could have done was maybe just move the numbers over. But now you're, you know, talking about changing the way you're designing dice, and you know, I guess at some point you just have to make a decision. Well, which design are we going to go with? Which way to do this are we going to go with? So they decided to go with the traditional way by sticking the numbers in the center, and then just having the little cats here be just sort of accents. So I guess that works, and it's the same way with all the dice here, from what I can tell. Yeah, they're all kind of, you know, not really centered. You might occasionally get one that's centered, like this one. And the same thing with the paw, but for the most part, see that this little cat's right kind of not up in the center there. Same thing there. Okay, so let's give them all a quick roll here. I may zoom in a little bit, so the quality of the video in this part may get a little bit lower. I apologize for that. But let's go ahead and just do some quick rolls. This is our 20-sided. Feels pretty normal there. Yeah, they do have a nice weight to them. I should go grab the scale. Let's see how much each of these things weigh. Yeah, these rolled perfectly fine. And then, of course, the 4, you kind of have to kind of fling this thing up because, yeah, it doesn't roll very, very well. It's just like, the 4's like, whatever I land on is what I land on. You got to flip me in the air. Okay, so that works fine. This, yeah. I mean, they're dice. It's not like they're not going to roll unless they're weighted. In that case, they're going to roll a little funny. But it's pretty rare that you find anybody rolling weighed dice in a card game. I'm not saying it's never happened, but, you know, it could. Let me break up the scale. And let's take a look and see how much these all weigh. All right, we've got our scale here. Let's bring this sucker out. As you can see, I don't really use it all that much. No real use to weigh anything. All right, here's our scale. All right, so our 6-sided die comes in at just over 6 grams. And our 10... 5.12. The 20, which is the big one, 7.53. Oops. All right, we got our 8-sided, 5.06. Got our 4, 1.81. Our 10. This is the 10. No, this is 12. 5.28. And this last one here, whoops, wait, is this all one? Yeah, okay, last one here. 5.15. Now, let's go ahead and just weigh all of them together so you can see how much you're going to be adding to your backpack. It shouldn't be that much. All right, let's see. Total weight of these things is just over 36 grams. So, pretty standard. What do I think about these dice? They're nice. They're interesting little novelties, I would say. They do obviously function. They serve their purpose. Now, over time, as you use them, and depending on what kind of surface you use them on, will depend on how they wear and tear. My big issue with these is that the design itself, as you can see, it's not set directly on the dice. It's set on the inside. And so the design itself is probably going to hold up just fine. However, with the outsides here, it is possible that over time these may, kind of discolor a little bit, maybe get a little cloudy. That's hard to say though, because sometimes you can have an item like this and it not discolor at all. It could be 5, 10 years old and it'd be just fine. Whereas other times these things begin to discolor, within 6 months. So it's really hard to say with these. But as far as I can tell, these do seem to be perfectly fine. I don't see any sort of problem with them. They are very much a novelty, which is why you're paying a slightly higher price than you normally would. Just to give you an idea, these, I believe, if I remember correctly, for this little set of dice here, I got like a 5-pack and a 5. So basically, I got 5 sets just like this, different colors. And I think the retail value on that was something like $16. It wasn't really that expensive, so you got a lot of dice for a very inexpensive price. This is a little further up there, but again, you're paying for the novelty. You're paying for the cats. If you want just a regular old set of dice, I'm sure you can get a set of dice like this for like, $5, $6, if it's just a very basic set of dice. But again, you're paying for not only the novelty, but also the fact that they are, made of this really kind of sharp, clear plastic, and they've got the sharper edges there. They're not all dulled out. So you are paying a little bit of a premium, but you are getting, a little bit more for your money. So is it worth it? It's really going to be up to you. I personally would never buy a set of dice like this. They're neat looking. They're kind of nice. I can see somebody seeing these dice and being like, "Oh, what's this?" And then you kind of have like a short little conversation. "Oh, they're cat dice," and it's like, "Oh, these are cool. Let me see these." And you kind of just let your friend look at them, and within a couple of minutes, the novelty's sort of worn off, and you just get back to playing cards. But it's really up to you. If you've got a little extra money in your pocket for little stuff like this, like dice, or if you do play Dungeons and Dragons exclusively and don't really dabble too much in card games like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, and you do want a nice, interesting little set of dice like this, I imagine your budget for that sort of thing is probably going to be a little bit higher. So it's really going to be up to you if it's worth it or not. The price is fluctuating, so I'm not going to post an actual, price for it right now, but you will be able to see that over in the affiliate link that's going to be linked down in the description. And again, full disclosure, I do get a little bit of a kickback whenever you purchase items through those affiliate links. So it's very much appreciated if you actually use them. But yeah, there you go. Set of 7 Dungeons and Dragons cat-themed dice. Again, I'm going to say, I mean, there's nothing obscenely wrong with these at all. They're perfectly fine. I see no problem with them. They work, they function perfectly well as dice. It's just going to depend on if you decide you want to spend the little bit of extra money to get a novelty item, really. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share the video, all y'all want. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be doing many more dice at this point because I simply just don't have a ton of experience with dice. I don't really use them all that much. In fact, when I'm done with these, they're just kind of going to get put back in the box here, and they're going to end up like in a little pile of review items that I've already taken a look at, and they're just going to sit there for a long time. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video, guys. I really appreciate all the views and everything. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.